in an amazing location that is the Arsenale Medici, built in the middle of the 16th century AD by Cosimo I di Medici. And this location was used as a shipyard, but now the location is used for a fantastic exhibition that is the ancient shipwrecks of Pisa, an amazing collection of archaeological findings discovered since 1998 in the area of Pisa San Rossore, that is near the railway station of Pisa. And in that area, during a working building, were discovered almost 16 shipwrecks, also with all the whole cargo. And the first ship discovered was the ship A. The interesting thing of the ship A is that we, as archaeologists, could dig only the one part of the ship and half of the ship, because the other part of the ship is still under the railway station. All the ships that we found were full of cargo, and the cargo was composed almost from amphoras that you can see in this fantastic wall that reconstruct from the 3rd century BC till the 7th century AD the evolution of the trade in the Roman world. And the amphoras normally were filled by olive oil, by wine, and a particular things by fish sauce coming from Spain and from North Africa, in particular from Morocco. We are very happy to host in our museum the Italian Video Games Award ceremony, because we think that that is an important connection between the ancient and the modern world that video games can really emphasize. And we hope that in this way we can also talk better to the young generation that we hope to see also in our fantastic museum.
L'amministrazione comunale di Pisa è lieta di accogliere questo importante evento, in questa occasione ospitato in un luogo particolare della nostra città, questo straordinario museo nazionale che raccoglie in sé dei reperti unici al mondo. Questo è un episodio virtuoso di quello che io ritengo sia una indispensabile sinergia tra gli attori in campo in una città, nell'ottica di promuovere in maniera trasversale le eccellenze di cui essa dispone. È fondamentale inoltre un interscambio continuo e proficuo tra passato e futuro, tra il patrimonio immenso che la storia ha sedimentato nel nostro Paese e quello che noi contemporanei saremo in grado di costruire grazie anche alle tecnologie che la scienza ha reso disponibili, affinché il nostro presente per i posteri possa rappresentare a sua volta un patrimonio di cultura a cui guardare con ammirazione. In questo senso, il gaming rappresenta tra le forme espressive contemporanee un vero e proprio punto di eccellenza. Questo non deve affatto spaventarci, come avviene ogni qualvolta una tecnologia prospetta un cambio di paradigma rispetto al passato. Al contrario, noi dobbiamo essere in grado di cavalcare le tecnologie, di piegarla a noi in modo intelligente e virtuoso, non subirla, bensì governarla e godere al pieno delle opportunità che ci offre. Iniziative come quella di oggi vanno esattamente in questo senso e per questo motivo non possono che ricevere il mio applauso e quello dell'amministrazione che rappresento. Chiudo con un'iperbole a me molto cara. Se Leonardo fosse vissuto oggi, sicuramente sarebbe un mago di Photoshop.
Buonasera, good evening everyone and welcome to the 2021 Italian Video Game Awards ceremony. This is Dario Marchetti and as you might have guessed by now, because of the introduction, but also of the giant ship behind me. We're at the Museum of Navi Antiche here in Pisa, and a place that's all about the past, but tonight we're celebrating the future of the Italian video games industry in this 9th edition of this ceremony that's part of First Playable, which is the most important business-to-business gaming event here in Italy. It started today and will continue tomorrow, but we'll see more about that during this evening that's going to be full of exciting news. But before going on, I'm not tonight here, I'm not alone, so there's a co-host with me that's watching all of us from London. Aoife, are you there?
Hello, yes, I am. This is so cool. This is just like Eurovision. Oh, wait, hold on, let me get this right. Buongiorno, Italy. This is the United Kingdom, and our scores are... No, wait, I shouldn't bring up Eurovision because the UK are still pretty salty about that. Whoops, sorry, guys. But Italy, tonight, you are all winners, and who doesn't love Maniskin? But anyway, let's get back to video games and the Italian Video Game Awards. Welcome. I'm Aoife Wilson, and I'm a writer, presenter, and critic from the UK. And some of you might remember me from last year's ceremony, which was so much fun. I am so happy to be back co-hosting tonight's event with just a slight twinge of FOMO that I'm not there in person in Pisa to celebrate with you, but there's always next year, right? What's going to happen tonight, Dario? Can you explain it all to us?
Well, sure. I'm sure that you talked about Maneskin, and just like Maneskin, our developers surely won't stay zitti and buoni tonight. They're ready to rock and roll with their latest creations, because tonight we're going to find out who's going to be the recipients of these coveted Golden Awards, awards that are now iconic, these Golden Dragon Tales. They're going to be awarded by an international jury made up of experts from all around the gaming industry. So, Aoife, could you tell us something more about the composition of the jury?
Absolutely, I can. Yes, our IDEA would love to thank 7 remarkable individuals, the panel of judges for this year's awards, and they're from all over in the international games community. They are Chris String, head of B2B at ReadPop and GamesIndustry.biz. He's a colleague of mine, lovely guy. We've got Alex Hutchinson, creative director, responsible for Journey to the Savage Planet, Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed 3, Spore, Sims 2, and more. We've also got Rami Ismail, the legendary Dutch-Egyptian independent video game developer. We've got Ryan Lambie, editor at Wireframe magazine, Eugene Malieve, business head at Exola, Liana Rupert, editor at Game Informer, and Chris Schilling, deputy editor at Edge magazine. So IDEA would love to thank these people for the time, effort, and support they put into playing and supporting and assessing the games for this year's awards. I've heard it was a really tough field and so hard to decide on the list of nominees, let alone the winner. So it is a testament to the quality, variety, and innovation of games made in Italy that these guys and gal agreed to do it. That these busy people with busy schedules felt able to take part really does say a lot about the Italian game sector, so thank you.
Well, what a jury, if really an amazing jury. But tonight it's not just about the games, because we'd like to give the first applause tonight to the people who kept working on during this very difficult year, during the pandemic and the lockdowns and the curfews. And video games have been especially important during this year because they've managed to let us travel without moving. They made us reconnect with people, even when many of us couldn't even look face to face one to another. And they have made us dream of some kind of escape from this really difficult year that has deprived us of many things, but also gave us many special things that we're gonna discover tonight. One very important thing before we start with the awards, because we are live on Twitch, so all of you from home, send us some comments on Twitch, because we'd like to know what you're thinking about. Write a comment, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Dario, so much for explaining how to get in touch. So now it's time to get going. Here is what is in store for us tonight. You might have seen a little preview there. In total, there are 5 categories, 4 awards that will celebrate the very best in Italian talent, ingenuity, and creativity. Those categories are Best Italian Debut Game, Best Innovation, Outstanding Individual Contribution, Outstanding Italian Game Company, and Best Italian Game, of course. So, who do you think it might be? I cannot wait to find out. But before we start, Dario, is there someone else that you'd like to introduce?
Well, sure. Before we go on with the awards, I want to take a minute to thank Exola Diamond Club, sponsor of the Italian Video Game Awards. Thanks for joining the event. The objective of Exola is to connect the industry and to talk about success stories, such an important thing now more than ever, and we are thankful for their support. So now, a video from Exola, and then we go on with the awards. And now I'd like to call on stage a very special person, Stefania Ippoliti, the director of the Tuscany Film Commission, which is one of the two organizers of this event of First Playable. Stefania.
Thank you, Dario. I'm so happy and thrilled to be here in such a magical and incredible place for a special, very special evening. First of all, I would like to thank IDEA for bringing here in Pisa the Italian Video Game Awards 2021 within the First Playable days. Second things, I would like to share with you a message from our director, Francesco Palumbo. Thank you.
Let's see it. We're going to see it in a few moments. So, what's the relationship of the Tuscany Film Commission with First Playable?
We are 100% in love with this initiative, and we follow them from the very beginning, and we try to keep them here with us in Tuscany for the future. We hope so.
Thank you very much. We're going to see the video later, so thanks, Stefania, for being on stage with us.
Thank you.
We'll see you later during the awards ceremony.
Thanks.
Now, we're going to start with the first award. You've seen one of the statues in the hands of Stefania, the golden dragon tails of the Italian Video Game Awards. The first one that we're going to assign is the Best Italian Debut Game, as the name suggests. Is the award that celebrates the best debut game that came out last year. So we're talking about 2020. This award is of fundamental importance as it celebrates the future of this industry, and it shows that it's young, it's vibrant, and it has the energy and the space to grow. So let's go see the nominations in this category. Beyond Your Window by Team Solitude. Grief Helm by Johnny Dale Lonak. Milky Way Prince, The Vampire Star by iGuys. Promesa by Eremo. And Willie Morgan and The Curse of Bone Town by Imaginary Labs. So, we're going to see who the winner is, and I guess, Aoife, you got something to tell about.
Yes, I do. I have a golden envelope. You know things are special when you've got a gold envelope. So, the winner is... You know, I might say this a lot tonight, but the judges did find it incredibly difficult to pick an obvious winner in this category because there was just so much new and exciting stuff in Italian game dev this year and so much variety to boot. I mean, ultimately they chose this winner because of the quality of the game's writing and the depth of the game's human experience and observation. One of the judges also commented that in 2020 it is incredibly apt that when we've all been subject to lockdowns and quarantines and curfews, to have a game about looking out a window. And if that wasn't a clue enough, the winner is Beyond Your Window by Team Solitude. Congrats, guys!
Congratulations. So, Team Solitude, come on stage for the celebration. Yes. So, here's the award.
It's a great pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, tell us something. What are you feeling right now?
Well, it's still very strange because when we started developing Beyond Your Window, we were only 3 people in a game jam. We just wanted to have fun during that moment, and we would have never imagined how big it will become in the future. So we are all very thankful to the players, to the jury, of course, and to you all for all this. And we are also thankful to all the artists we decided to feature or reference in the game. And I am particularly thankful to Gaia, who is an incredible artist, to all the other people in the team, even though they haven't really worked on Beyond the Window, but they are very incredible people and members. And yeah, that's all for us.
That's the magic of video games. Thank you very much,
Thank
and
you.
congratulations to
Thank you again.
Team Solido, the best Italian
you.
debut game with Beyond Your Window. Thank you very much. So, let's get on with the show. Now I'd like to call on the stage another very important person in the gaming industry. I'm talking about Talita Malagò, Director General of IDEA, which is the Italian Interactive and Digital Entertainment Association, which is one of the 2 organizers of First Playable. Talita,
Hi Dario, hi
welcome on
Aoife.
stage. How are you doing?
Fine, I'm so excited to be here tonight in person. I think this is an important step for the association to bring back the sector to after 1 year of separation. So let's celebrate our Italian game developers
Sure.
tonight.
So we're in the first day of First Playable. There's another day tomorrow. How has it been going?
Today, a lot of talks and business meetings, and tomorrow it will continue.
Thank you very much. We'll see you later
Okay.
with the awarding ceremony. Thank you very much. Now, let's get on with another award. It's a very important award because it's the one dedicated to innovation, something that Italians are very good at, but I'd like to say thinking outside the box, not just innovation. This specific award is important because the Italian market, but also the international one, looks like when it's about video games, many of things have already been done. So many things could look like copy and paste, but there's also games who are able to innovate and get out from the crowd. So these are the nominees in the category of Best Innovation. Let's see them. A Painter's Tale by Curon 1950 by Monkey's Tale Studios. Change Game by Melazeta, Fly Punch Boom by Jolly Punch Games, Grief Elm by Johnny Dale Lonak, and Promesa by Eremo. Aoife, have you got the Willy Wonka golden ticket there? Is it ready?
I do. I have another one. It's ready to go. It's so
So
shiny.
let's see what the winner
honestly.
is.
All right, let's see who the winner is. The winner for Best Innovation, Grief Helm by Johnny Dale Lonak. Congrats! What an amazing achievement for one person.
So, Johnny Dale Lonak, come on stage. Congratulations.
Hey.
So, we're going to see Talita, yes, giving the award to Johnny.
All right.
So,
Thank you so much.
how does it feel to hold this dragon tail
It
in
feels
your
great.
hand?
It's a badass dragon tail. I love it. It's gonna look great on my shelf. No, I'm really, really happy. I'm nervous as hell. Never been in front of a camera, and Grief Helm was my first journey as a solo developer, and I also did that part-time. It's been a great, a very hard journey, but really rewarding, and this is, in fact, the result, and I'm really happy, really, really happy. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my girlfriend, who had to live like 2 years with a workaholic, working a full-time job plus doing this game, and also my coworkers at Merge, working on Small Land, which is a great project. I'm really happy with how that's going. Make sure to check it out. I'm probably a bit biased on that, but you know, really happy with how things are going there. Last thing, I just want to thank everyone involved in the organization of this event, and that's it. Super happy. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Johnny Delonac.
Thanks.
With Griffel. Best innovation. Well, that was a really interesting award, don't you think, Aoife?
That was amazing. And I don't believe that that was Johnny's first time on camera. Absolute natural. But that was such a deserved, yeah, absolutely nailed it. It was such a deserved award for a game that was nominated in all 3 categories this evening. And we know it'll mean a lot to Johnny, who worked absolutely tirelessly with enormous attention to detail and love to bring their vision to the game. This one-man dev creation is a hard game, but worth trying to master, and the judges agreed that it's rewarding when you do, and it's just visually stunning. So, again, many congrats to Johnny. So, what have you got in store for us now, Dario? How is it to be in an in-person event, by the way? How are you feeling?
Well, it feels amazing. It's really amazing to be here after such a difficult year, together with the people that are receiving the awards. There's no public, and that's a shame, but I mean, this is a little first step towards what was considered normal before these times, and it's really special to be doing this ceremony in such a special place here in Pisa. Do you like this museum?
It looks gorgeous. I really love everything that was said at the start about, how the past shouldn't be afraid of new technology. I love that sentiment. It's so great. And it's so great to see art of the past inspiring the art of the future, because that's absolutely what's happening. And it's really special to see all those artistic mediums just merge in a really gorgeous way. And I love that boat behind you, by the way. I want to get a better look at that. So Pisa's definitely going on my to-visit list, for sure.
Yeah, sure. We'll wait for you maybe next year, as we said at the beginning. It's also been amazing how during this pandemic, the video game industry has been one of the, if not the most resilient. I mean, with YouTube and digital calls and all of that stuff and game development going on, thanks to video games, we've managed to cross at least this part of the pandemic, having a great relief, especially during the lockdowns.
Absolutely. I mean, if anything, video games have been an important lifeline for so many people during this time, myself included. They've given people creative outlets, they've helped inspire and comfort and just give us all a bit of much needed escapism. And yeah, I've been watching on Twitch. I've seen the comments come through. There's lots of congratulations for our winners so far. And yeah, just people enjoying the vibe, I think. It's all about celebrating video games, and that's certainly what we're doing tonight.
Keep those comments coming on Twitch during the ceremony. We're almost, I should say, at the halfway mark. But with the next award, we're doing something different. We're not celebrating a specific game. This one is an award for a specific person. The award is called the Outstanding Individual Contribution, an award that this year should go, as we said, to every single resilient person in the gaming industry, but not just the gaming industry. And that's exactly why this is such a difficult award for the jury to give out. So, Aoife, tell us what this award is going to.
With pleasure. So this year's award goes to a true veteran of the Italian games industry. He started out 20 years ago as a journalist, I can relate to that, and founded the first specialist gaming website in Italy. After that, he took a leap of faith and decided to try his hand at making games that he loved. And that leap, I think we can all safely say, absolutely paid off. He now has numerous successful indie titles under his belt and a studio which is focused on creating and developing original IPs for all formats. Games like Futuridium, Forma 8 and Avery. So, forever a champion of Italian creativity, the studio has also worked with other indie studios to port games like Wheels of Aurelia, Atomine, The Wardrobe and Detective Gallo to multiple different formats. And the studio's latest game, Secret Oops, launched this year and is the studio's first multiplayer AR game exclusively on Apple Arcade. But that is not all. This person is forever looking to improve and develop conditions in the Italian sector and helping it grow and mature. He's been the developer representative for IDEA for the past 4 years and recently began to coordinate a new incubator program, Cinecittà Game Hub, an accelerator project which aims to support video game startups with their prototypes and facilitate their access to international markets. Now, if I haven't given you enough clues already, please welcome CEO and creative director of Turin-based studio Mixed Bag, Mauro Fanelli, to the stage to accept this much-deserved award. Congratulations, Mauro.
Congratulations, Mauro. Come here, Altalita will give you the award. That's important.
Yes. I'm getting a bit emotional, so, I forgot the microphone.
Take the award first, because...
Thank you.
So, how does it feel after, all the work have you done also inside IDEA after all this?
I am speechless, actually, because I've been, in the video games industry for quite a few years, and it was totally unexpected, actually. And, as I said, I'm getting a bit emotional right now because it's truly huge to get these kind of awards. And, one of the first things that we did when we founded Mixed Bag was actually getting close to the association, because I really thought that it was important, to get to network together and to work together for the industry, actually. So I'm extremely happy that I've been able to work with the association in close relationship, especially on such important things like the first playable fund, or with the tax credit that's coming up from the government, and the Cinecittà Game Hub that's coming up this year.
Could you tell us what are you doing at Cinecittà?
Yeah, I'm actually director of the program of Cinecittà Game Hub. So this is the first incubator program vertically for the video game industry. So we are accepting up to 10 startups. So it's huge, actually, because it's the first time that something like that we are doing something like that in Italy. And so I want to thank you, my family, my friends, my girlfriend, and especially my colleague at Mixed Bag, and all other Italian developers. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Mauro for this award. It's really, really important for the outstanding individual contribution to the Italian game industry. But we talked about individuals, but we also got to talk about companies, gaming development studios. So it's time for the Outstanding Italian Company Award, a very important recognition that rewards the collective that has been most able to distinguish itself from all the others, because, after all, video games are most of the time a team effort, not just a solo effort. So, Aoife, let's see how it went.
So, I can tell you that this is another category where the judges found it extremely hard to agree. In fact, there were advocates for numerous Italian companies among the panel. They just found it really hard to pick a favorite. But in the end, they agreed on a micro company that is innovative in both visual and interactive design. They admired how this creative trio experimented with game design and brought their combined experience in art, design, and illustration and photography to their work. So the studio has a unique experimental approach to accessibility that encourages exploration and personal interpretation and ends up achieving surprising depth to their gameplay. Their inspiration comes equally from literary classics, evocative electronica, and contemporary art, and they strive to have a unique style while continuing the tradition of Italian design. So, made up of just 3 people, this studio was founded in 2010 by longtime friends Pietro Righi Riva and Niccolò Tedeschi, and they were joined 3 years later by technical director Paolo Tage. It has some beautiful games under its belt, games like Saturnia, Aurelia, and Milky Way Prince, the Vampire Star. And there is definitely more promised from this studio in the future. So, without further ado, the award for Outstanding Italian Company in 2021 goes to Santa Ragione. Congrats, guys.
Congratulations to Santa Ragione. We have Pietro Righi Riva here. Welcome, Pietro.
Thank you.
take time to get your words from Talita.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you. This is really special. I would like to thank, first of all, of course, the jury for this recognition and idea for organizing this event and for really promoting Italian developers all over the world, which is really important for us. And so I'd like to say that I'm truly honored and humbled to be accepting this award on behalf of Santa Ragione. The studio I founded in 2010 with Niccolo Tedeschi, who couldn't be here with us tonight, but is watching us online. In the last 11 years, we've had the privilege of working on a variety of wild, crazy games that I'm super proud of, but we couldn't have done any of that without the help of many, many talented people. And especially I would like to thank our longtime gameplay director, Paolo Taillet, our sound director, Nicolo Sala, and our UI designer, Luca Francesco Rossi, and truly many, many more people that have helped us with this. I'd also like to thank my parents for always supporting me with their love, and my girlfriend without whom I'd be truly lost. And finally, I'd like to dedicate this award to someone that is no longer with us. His name is Dario D'Ambra. Dario was a truly incredible game designer and someone who was an inspiration for many of us. Dario saw in games a way to investigate how we interact with each other as humans, how we form our beliefs, and even how we fall in love. And I can only hope we can follow in his footsteps. Thank you.
thank you very much and congratulations to Pietro Righiriva, Santa Ragione.
Dario, I think that we have a video to be showed now that
Yeah,
is
sure.
from Francesco Palumbo, director at Fondazione Sistema Toscana. We would like to thank Fondazione Sistema Toscana so much for hosting us and for supporting the event. So let's see the video.
Sure,
Thanks.
let's go.
Ci sei. Benvenuti in Toscana, benvenuti a Pisa, la città dove scienza digitale, ricerca universitaria e umanesimo si incontrano da sempre e quindi non può esserci luogo migliore dove tenere questa nona edizione dell'Italian Video Games Award. A nome del Presidente Gianni e mio personale vi porto i saluti di apertura a questa manifestazione dove le industrie, sappiamo benissimo che le industrie creative italiane sono molto vivaci e che trovano qui in Toscana un ambiente molto favorevole al loro sviluppo. Fondazione Sistema Toscana da sempre accompagna la lettura della storia, della cultura, della tradizione di questa regione, coniugandola con gli aspetti del contemporaneo attraverso gli strumenti del digitale. Quindi questo appuntamento pisano dell'industria dei videogiochi rappresenta in questo senso un'importante conferma del successo internazionale, del percorso che abbiamo avviato e che accompagna questa iniziativa. Il digitale, se coniugato con gli elementi della cultura, gli elementi del paesaggio della Toscana, con gli elementi legati al saper fare e soprattutto nella dimensione creativa della regione, è uno dei settori che produce i migliori risultati per lo sviluppo di questo territorio, di questa tipologia di imprese. E quindi Festfireball a Pisa è un appuntamento che sicuramente è da non mancare, è da non perdere, sia per i developer italiani che per i publisher di tutto il mondo. Quindi buona fortuna, in bocca al lupo a tutti, buon lavoro e buon evento.
Well, thanks to Director Palomo for this message. Ifa, what's the sentiment online? What are people saying in the Twitch chat?
Well, I think I can safely say that everyone absolutely loved Santa Ragione's acceptance speech. I mean, how wonderful was that? You know, it really is such a gorgeous reminder of how important games are to us all, you know, and how they have the power to shape and improve lives.
Well, speaking of games, there's also a showcase right now on Steam that's all about Italian video games. Is there someone that you've been interested in?
I mean, of all the games that we've seen, I would love to say I'd love to play a bit of Milky Way Prince. I think that's very much in my kind of interest. I love a good vampire story and I love a good visual novel as well. What about you?
Well, I gotta say it's really hard for me to choose, but I have a a soft spot for Santa Ragione games, so I'm especially waiting for the next game tonight, which is called Saturnalia.
Nice. Well, you know, that leads us to the last, but by no means least, award of the night. So over to you, Dario.
Well, we are in the closing stages of the ceremony, as you were saying, but the last word is not the least important at all. We are all very curious to discover the winner of the best Italian game. In a few moments, in fact, we'll find out who the winner is. But first, we have here with us on stage Marco Saletta. He's the president of IDEA. Marco, please come on stage.
Good evening, Aoife. Good evening, Dario. Good evening, everyone.
So, how is it going?
I think great. Hello. I think great. I think the industry is showing how good we are in making video games. Italian developers are showing the strength of the creativity of this land, which is amazing. I think E3 showed that the industry is there. We are capable to deal with in the international environment, which is great. And finally, I think this award is showing how good we are in making video games, and that's all.
How did you think the Italian developers do during this difficult year with the pandemic?
I heard you mention the resiliency, and I think you're right. I mean, we proved to be capable to deliver, even in this pandemic environment, good product in a good time, and basically consumers show a very strong interest into those products. So we are very proud of it.
So, we're going to discover what's the best Italian game for 2020, the difficult year we've been talking about now. So stay with me, Marco, because we're going to discover together the nomination for best Italian game, starting with A Painter's Tale, Curon 9050 by Monkey Still Studios, Beyond Your Window by Team Solitude, Grifelm by Johnny Day Lonak, Promesa by Eremo, and Redout Space Assault by 34 Big Things. So, Aoife, the big moment we've been waiting all evening is coming. Are you ready with the Willy Wonka envelope? Yeah, I can see it. So
I can't believe I get to do it. Oh my goodness.
Let's get on with it.
So, let's do it. Yes, the best Italian game for the IVGA 2021 is, well, it's an artistic, heartfelt game which the judges universally loved, despite it being in a very tough category. The winner is Promesa Eremo. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Promesa by Eremo, best Italian game.
Here we are. Congratulations.
Yes, I'm very grateful to the jury and to the association for this award. It's quite important, I think, and I would like to take this moment to thank my collaborators, Andrea, Domiziano, and Martin, who without them I would not be here, because they supported me during development and they took part in a big part in the development. And I would like to thank my family, and especially I would like to take this moment to say goodbye to my grandfather, who I have not been able to greet in these last 2 years, and yeah, that's it. Okay.
Well,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you again.
Promesa by Eremo, best Italian game at the Italian Video Game Awards. So, Marco, we're at the end of this incredible ceremony this evening, but before saying goodbye, I would like to congratulate everyone. The Museo of Navi Antiche di Pisa, which is hosting us, the Toscana Film Commission, and thanks to all the people here behind the cameras. There's a big team producing this show tonight, so thanks to all of them. And of course, they're from the team at AK Informatica, and obviously a special thanks to IDEA, to all of you guys.
The team that was involved and made a fantastic job, I guess.
Marco, Talita, Ilaria.
The team.
Yeah, everyone. Yes. So, a final comment from you about the ceremony.
I think, Aoife, from your support, thank you very much. I think it was great. You're there and it's showing how good you are in supporting us. Thank you very much. I think First Playable is showing. I think First Playable is showing how good the industry is. There are more than 50 publishers here looking at Italy as an environment to find new games, new ideas, and I think it's a very good moment for us in Italy. So let's hope for the best.
So what's the next step for the industry? What are you guessing?
I guess we're booming.
Thank you very much to Marco Saletta. So, Aoife, we're going to the end of the ceremony. Are you sad?
Yes, I am a little bit sad, actually. Yeah, I'm happy. Also, absolutely behind Marco's comment. Yes, a boom is coming, but also a warm thank you to all of the people and companies who participated, and of course to tonight's winners. And finally, a huge thank you to all of you for following us and keeping us company in this special evening celebrating games made in Italy.
So, all that's left for us to do is to give us an appointment for next year. And I guess and I hope that we're going to see each other live maybe next year and not during video calls.
Well, listen, I am there in spirit and Aperol Spritz, but this year at least. But next year, if the travel restrictions lift, I am so there. But for tonight, good night from the UK. Arrivederci amici, bye-bye friends, salute and sláinte.
I think I'm going to get the same drink in a few minutes right now. So
cheers.
Thank you, Aoife, for co-hosting this ceremony with me, with all of us. And what can I say? Thank you to all of you for following us. See you next year, and game on.